Your call is important to us. Please hold the line.
All operators are busy at the moment. We apologize for the wait and will answer you shortly. Our operators are busy at the moment. Your call is being transferred. Thank you for calling.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the Hotline. I always forget how to do this. There we go. What's up, y'all? Welcome back to the Hotline. It's the end of March, and we actually have a ton of haunt news to go over. Today we're going to be talking Horror Nights, Not Scary Farm, a little bit of Fright Fest, do some speculation, and at the end, we're going to go over the results for Maze Madness Round 4. But, of course, I can't do it alone. So joining me on the stream are Mr. E of TLEV Media and Nico of the Entertainment Connection. What's up, gentlemen?
What up?
Hey, how's it going?
It's going well, man. It's going well. I'm super excited for today. We do have a ton to go over, which I wasn't ready for. But the more that I was, like, putting things together, I was like, oh, this. Oh, and that. A little bit of this.
A lot. Yeah.
Yeah, man. Pretty crazy. Shout out to everybody in the comments. I see y'all coming through. I appreciate you guys all being here. Hello, Mary. I have 2 live streams going on, but I'm here. Mary, you're the MVP. You're the MVP. In case you guys missed it, HHN 365 just did a really excellent Horror Nights live stream. So if you guys want to catch that, the replay should be up pretty soon here. And Albert getting my haunt news injected into my veins. Another MVP at both streams. I appreciate you being here, man. Oh, there you go. Vanessa says that I have that shirt that Nico is wearing. It's dope. It is a cool shirt, man. Where'd you get that from?
God, I think 3 years ago at Hot Topic, and it didn't fit, so I never wore it. So before I've been trying to stretch it out just so it's not 3D.
Sure, nice, dude. Not bad at all. All right, gentlemen, we've got a ton to talk about. Everybody in the chat, we've got a ton to talk about. So I'm just going to pretty much jump right into it here. We're going to start by talking about Scream Break. R.I.P. Honestly, I'm pretty surprised at how things have played out for good old Scream Break. This weekend would have been their opening weekend. This past weekend would have been their opening weekend. And we got no official mention of its cancellation at all. They kind of just let this die quietly, which is pretty surprising. Gentlemen, what are your thoughts on the death of Scream Break? We'll pour one out for the homies.
Oh, man. I mean, yeah, it was kind of crazy.
Right?
It was just out of the blue, nothing said until kind of Six Flags dropped their seasonal what they're going to do the entire 2025 season, and Scream Break wasn't on there. So all. Crazy. It was so crazy, but I mean, it was, what was it, 3 years it lasted?
2 years. This would have been its third. This would have been its third.
Wow.
Yeah. I mean, I think the first year was amazing. Second year, again, just a party, a vibe. It was great for all those horror fans. But to be honest, I don't think they did enough promoting for this event. Not a lot was going into promotion for it. So, yeah, unfortunate that it's gone. But it is what it is,
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
Nico, what are your thoughts, man?
It's unfortunate for us that it's gone, but to be honest, I think Six Flags itself is pretty relieved.
Sure.
Money-wise. The nights we went, it was pretty packed, but I think it just cost a lot of money to operate the mazes, operate all the talent that was there, and just keep the park operating for so long. So it is very disappointing for us. Also, I don't really think big companies announce when something's going to end or not return. I think the only big company that mentioned something not returning was Warner Brothers for Horror Made Here.
Sure.
So it's not unheard of that this wasn't announced that it wasn't returning. And also, I think Fright Fest will be a big factor to see, was it worth getting rid of Scream Break? Because this could be a lot of money that could go over to Fright Fest.
Sure.
True.
Sure. Yeah, absolutely. Great point, man. I see a lot of people pour one out for Scream Break in the chat. I appreciate it. Look at that. Big RIP. Yeah, man. It was a fun event. It was a fun event. It was nice to get just a little taste of the haunt in the off season. It was kind of a fun way to start the haunt season, really, or the year, I guess you can say. And I'll give Six Flags this much: they took a risk and they went with it. They made it happen. They did it 2 years in a row. We had a good time every time we went. So it will be missed. And to your point, Nico, it is. I mean, yeah, they honestly, companies don't often say like, "Hey, we're ending this," but it is crazy for them to not even mention it at all, or to be like, to me, right? It's kind of crazy for them to be like, fans of Scream Break, we're not bringing it back or whatever. But it is crazy. And you mentioned Fright Fest, Nico. That's our next talking point here. In fact, even Albert mentioned it. Pretty interesting to note that in the lineup that they announced for 2025, Fright Fest presented by Snickers. No Extreme in that Fright Fest, which is kind of interesting. And the first question that pops into my mind is, are we going to see any of those big IPs returning? Stranger Things, Army of the Dead, what are the other ones that they had? I'm forgetting already. Oh, The Conjuring. Saw.
Trick or Treat.
Trick or Treat. Yeah, damn. Yeah, 5 big IPs for sure. Gentlemen, what are your thoughts on Fright Fest no longer being extreme?
I mean, it's go for it, Nico. Go for it.
I don't think it's a big loss because last year nothing was really extreme of it except the multiple IPs that was there. But we're already used to that, all of the IPs at Horror Nights. So just dropping the extreme name isn't a big deal to me. 2 seasons ago, that is when we first started having IPs with Saw and The Conjuring.
True.
And that was not an extreme year. So I think most or some of the IPs will be fine. Yeah. But I think we will be losing a few.
Yeah, that's a good point. Mystery, what are your thoughts, man?
Yeah, I mean, it could be like kind of like what Nico said. Like it could be. I mean, what was it? 10 mazes this year that they had. There was
11 technically.
11 mazes.
Yeah. And they wouldn't shut up about it. They made it a point.
That was a lot
to be like SoCal's largest haunt. 11 mazes.
And I think they're realizing like there's a reason why a lot of SoCal haunts don't do 11 mazes. It's because just you need the people in all of those mazes. And really, if you don't have the scare actors there, you can feel it. And so maybe that's why they're backing away from the extreme, or also, I mean, maybe they just forgot to put extreme in the title. I don't know.
I mean, I wouldn't put it past them, friend. I wouldn't put it past them.
But yeah, I mean, I would think we might see the Conjuring universe again and Saw. Maybe Trick or Treat. I don't know, but Stranger Things is an IP that's really hard to, I would assume, to keep and to maintain. And if they didn't, like, depending on like the contract, right, that they had with the IP, like maybe they had to owe money to Netflix or to Stranger Things and didn't make enough. So it could be something where these IPs, they have to lose them because of budget reasons, or these IPs also are kind of used to like how Horror Nights does it, where maybe they'll be there 1 or 2 years at Horror Nights, and then move on. I feel like there's a reason why like IPs at Horror Nights are only there for a year or two, and that could be because of how expensive they are, or even because the IPs don't want to be there for a long time. So, that could be a possible reason why it's not extreme anymore.
When I visited Six Flags a couple months ago, or a month ago, the mazes that were over by Apocalypse were all torn down, or at least Aftermath. Is it Aftermath? Nocturnal.
Yes.
Hunters?
Yeah. It was
Something like
Aftermath, Nocturnal Hunt, and then the Vegas one.
Army of
the Dead. So hold on. When did you say that you went?
So about a month and a half ago.
Okay.
Aftermath was in pieces. So that could be a non-returning area, but I really hope not, because that Batman stage for a maze is sick. It's the best.
Did you see Trick or Treat? Was that still there?
Trick or Treat was still up. Stranger Things still had all of its signage in the front.
Interesting.
Sewer of Souls sign was still up. No Willoughby facade.
Really?
Yeah.
Now maybe they take it down.
Willoughby's does come down because of the area and the location. That facade usually comes down. It's just like it's interesting because the facade is inside of the room. It's kind of like they pull it out and put it up. Like that's kind of how they do it.
Interesting.
But Sewer of Souls is usually up there always. Aftermath, that's interesting because Aftermath usually they do leave up. So
wow, dude, that would be a big loss just from the sets alone. But also, like, what was it 2 years ago, Nico, that we were getting wrecked left and right going through that?
That was the most insane run.
It's crazy. And then last year, I got pretty wrecked by Army of the Dead toward the end there as well. So that's going to be a major loss if they do get rid of that. But that is very interesting. Do you guys still have your Six Flags pass or no?
Yes.
$10 every month, baby.
Okay.
But I got to make time to go,
Sure.
Kind of waiting for some sort of construction happening over there, no matter what. But there's nothing going on right now, so
All right, I think we're gonna send you guys. Yeah, well, that's true. I think we're gonna send you guys live on the field to walk around.
Going live at Six Flags.
Going live. All right, I want to get to some of these comments regarding Six Flags. Ariana agrees with Nico. I think you said it, but definitely not all of them. All the IPs returning. Maybe one or two. I agree. Samantha C says, "I thought the extreme just meant you had to pay to get into the event." I mean, it was supposed to be a separate ticket event. They made a big point about talking about how it was going to be a separate ticket event, and then everybody and their mother could just stay and be a part of the event. So that sucks. Scarlet Wizard says, "Does that mean no Stranger Things at does that mean no Stranger Things at HHN 25? I mean, honestly, probably not.
There's not really a reason for it.
What is it? 2026 that the next season's coming out, right?
Yeah.
Something like that. So we're waiting a while for that one. Yeah, there's time for that for sure. Mary says, "Maybe I'll make it out one year, but I love Knott's more." I think it's the better choice for sure, but you guys should go check out Fright Fest one year. It's actually when you go with, it's fun. It's a lot of fun, and their original houses, like they're all pretty fun, man. Like a lot of the scenic is really good, and they'll get
the scare zones. The scare zones are like
the scare zones are great, but also the mazes themselves just feel like those old school haunted houses that you went through when you were younger, and it just the nostalgia hits you. The stairs are pretty great. Willoughby's wrecks you. So, like, Fright Fest isn't something to sleep on.
No, it's worth a visit for sure. Especially if you love the coasters, you'll find them there. Check it out one year. I think you'll be pleasantly surprised. Mothman says maybe now it'll be halfway decent. I mean, to your guys' point, that's a lot of money to divert directly to the event, bypassing Scream Break. I would I would pay good money to look at those books and see like how much they spent, how much they made for Scream Break. if it even broke even at all. Because there were some nights where I was there and I was like, oh my God, there's like 20
Yeah.
people here, dude.
Yeah.
Hell, there was some
Yeah.
nights that I was the one night that I went to Fright Fest last season. You look around and you're like, oh my God, there's like 20 people here.
Yeah, dude.
Spooky Bits, sorry, says, I've never done Fright Fest, but I heard there was a trick or treat maze last year, and that is one of my favorite movies. Please tell me the house was done justice. Check out the videos. Check out the walkthroughs.
Yeah.
And, that's all I'll say. I'll let you make a
watch
decision.
Nico and I's experience. That was
Oh yeah,
we were
man.
inside the maze and we had to get evacuated, which was kind of crazy. Never had that
Yep.
in
Sam
my
had to
entire
carry
life.
both of us out.
Yeah. Never had to evacuate a maze ever before. That was a new experience for sure. That was something new.
Oh man, yeah, that's a great time. Check it out. I've never seen a house like actually go down where all the show lights go up, the music gets
Yeah,
cut,
man.
and they're like, "Please exit." I've never seen that before, so that was cool.
Surprisingly, it happened to me at HHN.
Really?
Oh,
Happened in Stranger Things too.
Oh,
We were
nice.
walking through the caves, and all of a sudden, all the lights go on, and the soundstage fire alarms start going off because of all of the fog in the maze.
Oh, very interesting.
interesting.
Yeah.
Wow. All right. Well, there you go. So that's 2 for you. I've been
Crazy.
I've been walked off of a couple of Disney rides, but I have yet to be walked
There
out
we
of
go.
of a haunted house. So fingers crossed.
Oh,
Fingers
one day.
crossed. All right, folks, we're going to talk about Knott Scary Farm now. Very interesting news coming from the farm. This is via Knott's network. This is kind of hard to decipher unless you're familiar with the area, but this, where the yellow arrow is pointing at, that is where Bloodline was last year, also formerly home to Paranormal Inc. And you can see that the Bloodline facade and opening show building or opening show scenes have been demolished, and now construction is starting on whatever is replacing Bloodline this year. And it looks like they're using a good amount of that exterior area now once again, which is pretty awesome because in years past they used the back of the warehouse, and now it seems that they're using the front of the warehouse more and more, and that is a pretty big area. Even for Bloodline, it was a pretty big area. And knowing how Knott's builds their mazes, this is a footprint that they can do a lot with just to open up the haunted house or the maze. So, gentlemen, what are your thoughts now that we've seen confirmation that construction has begun at Knott Scary Farm? What are theories? What could even go here?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. See, this is where you guys will have to come in more because you guys are scary farm heads. But
Sure.
look, I'm kind of happy that Bloodline's gone. I have a feeling there's a lot of
Sure.
people in the community that is like, it's time. Different entrance, right? Different side, different. Has this been used before? The other, have they done different parts of the like entering the room before? Like different.
I
areas
mean,
or no?
it's not necessary. I mean, Bloodline was the first time that they used that front area for. Well, actually, I take that back because they did have in Dominion of the Dead or the Dominion of the Damned, one of those two. They had a skeleton key room out there.
Yeah.
Yeah, you remember that,
little
Nico?
hedge maze.
Yeah, a little
Yeah.
hedge maze, and it almost looked like a greenhouse. So they've done it before. Paranormal Inc. obviously was just the facade, and then you entered the building itself.
Yeah.
So they have used it before. So it seems like they're trying to use more of that footprint, which is pretty interesting.
And you've always entered that side of the building. They've
Yes.
never
Never
had a
done it.
maze entered from anywhere else.
Yeah.
for that
Interesting.
warehouse.
Interesting. Well, I mean, look, it's so cool to see that construction is on its way. It finally, like, I feel like for all these theme parks, we're just kind of like, when is it going to start? Right. And here we go. I mean, of course, there's probably things already happening inside of the like sound stages and in the buildings and stuff like that and all the theme parks. But man, being able to see stuff going on. Yeah, dude, this is exciting for sure.
Yeah, very exciting. Yeah, Nico, what are your thoughts, man? What is even going on here?
I don't know. Like, I have my little thoughts of like what I would love to see, But
Mhm.
gosh, I don't know. I just hope it's something that could not surpass, but at least match the greats that have been in that maze location, like the Asylum, Lockdown, the Asylum, Dominion of the Damned, Paranormal Inc.
Right.
But geez, I don't know. I would kind of like to see Nods go back to the Scary Tales route.
Okay.
Like
Ooh.
early, like maybe early 2010s, or no, before 2010. They had a maze called Fairy Tales.
Yes.
And that was kind of where Widows is now, a little bit, but not really. But I would love to see a Scary Tale nursery rhyme maze return.
Sure.
But I don't know. I think we just need to see a little bit more happening with the construction to really dig deep into that construction.
Yeah, totally, man. All we can do right now is speculate wildly, but it's one of my favorite things to do because, yeah, I'm always thinking in my head, like, what haven't we got? Like, I think I've mentioned it before, but I'd love to see a Bigfoot maze at Knott's because of Bigfoot Rapids. Just something like that. Like, I always go down the list of, like, what haven't we seen in a while? What haven't we got before?
We haven't seen werewolves in a very long time.
True, yes.
I guess kind of Gunslinger's Grave.
Right.
But not really. Before that was Red Moon Massacre on the log ride.
Yeah. Oh, that's true. That's true.
That was themed to Little Red Riding Hood.
That's right. That's right.
You guys remember when they were working on Waxworks and then they put that fake facade name on the front? I forget what it was called, but I remember like everybody
Devil's
was like,
Den in 3D.
There we go.
Yeah, and then they actually built the Devil's Den in Bloodline. Funny enough, I don't know if you guys ever realized that, but the bar that you go into in Bloodline is actually called the Devil's Den.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, fun little Easter egg there, man. I love it.
And they also made a sign for the Red Barn.
That's right.
It was behind the Wilderness Dance Hall, and it was
Red
Barn Returns or something.
That's
like
right.
That.
That's right. Yeah,
Something
they love to
like
troll
that.
us too. I love a good troll, man.
Oh yeah, that Devil's Den one was perfect.
Yeah, man.
That was
Peak theme park designer trolling, man.
Yeah, they even installed the sign onto the facade.
Dude, that's what, I remember because someone took pictures when they were on Ghost Rider and they were like, "Oh my god, we got the name." Nope,
that wasn't me. I promise.
Oh, it might have been you actually, Nico.
It was definitely me.
Oops.
Going back to the comments real quick, Vanessa says, "I did Fright Fest for the second time last year, and the original houses are really good." I agree. They're again worth the visit. If you can get some sort of a discount, don't go on a very expensive day. Don't go on a day that's very packed. You'll have a great time. You'll have a good time.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Scarlet Wizard says, next thing you know, an HHN tent will appear at the back lot. We'll talk about that. We'll talk about that in a second here. Vanessa Ann says, how many years did they have Bloodline? And yeah, just a short 3 years. 3? 2? 3.
3.
For what? I'm sorry?
For Bloodline?
Bloodline. It was 3 years.
Yeah.
No. But 1 year only where you had the guns, right?
Right.
It was. Yes.
Yeah, it was guns.
3 years.
No guns. Final year.
Yeah.
Crazy, man.
Yeah. Good riddance.
Yeah. Wild, man. Kyle wants to say, did you grow your hair out? I did, man. It's been about a year. I'll let it loose pretty soon here, but yeah, I did grow it out. Oh, Tales from the Crypt Maze. I mean, the Crypt Keeper definitely had a long history with Not Scary Farm. It would be pretty fun to see him come back in some shape, some form. That would be really awesome for sure. Bring back 13 Axe Murder Manor. I never got to see that. So that would be cool to see it. So even if it's just a room in the chilling chambers, that would be cool. 365 says, them beautiful flowing locks. Yeah, it's going to be interesting in Orlando with it all wet and sweaty and watery. We'll see. We'll see what happens.
Oh.
We'll see what I do when I go to Orlando. 'Cause it's gonna be rough out there for sure. All right, friends, we're gonna move on to our next topic here, in just in time for 365 to join the chat. We're gonna talk some HHN. We've got some very interesting things to talk about. First and foremost, this is a story that was broke by HHN 365. According to HHN Insider Legacy, a Scream 6 house is rumored to be coming to Halloween Horror Nights this year. While he hasn't specified, we would assume this is for Orlando and Hollywood. And then he further clarified, edit, Legacy has now said this rumor is for both Scream 5 and Scream 6. So very interesting note. Yeah, I mean, clearly we're excited about this. So yeah, this is very interesting news. I don't know if I believe it entirely yet, but there is some pretty interesting evidence. If you think about it, last year, A Quiet Place was a major IP on both coasts, and that is a Paramount property.
Oh,
Right now, Paramount does own Scream 5 and 6 and the upcoming Scream movie as well. So that definitely makes me think right away, maybe this is the start of a beautiful new friendship between Paramount and Horror Nights. But yeah, gentlemen, what do you think? Could we see Scream finally at Horror Nights?
I hope so. I really hope so. It's been too long. We did have Scream, a part of our Terror Tram, I think in 2011, 2012, something
Scream
like that.
for your life on the Terror Tram, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. But I think it's time. I've been saying, like, if Scream comes to Halloween Horror Nights, I might audition just to try and be Ghostface.
Oh, that would be fun, man.
So much fun.
and then if you don't get it, you're gonna say, "Nah, just kidding."
Yep. Bye. Bye. Thanks for the offer. But yeah, I would be super stoked for this. I would be okay if we did 5, 6 at once.
Okay.
But then if we brought Scream back, I would love an original story.
Sure.
Ooh.
And see what Horror Nights could do with Scream as an original IP.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. That would be kind of fun. So maybe like a Legacy of Leatherface style, the horrors of Ghostface compilation house.
Yeah.
Yeah, that
That'd
definitely
be
would be pretty. That would be pretty fun, man. I would love to see that for sure. Mr. E, what are your thoughts, man? Scream, HHN.
I mean, I feel like I kind of feel like Hawkeye in Endgame, you know, when he goes, "Don't give me hope," right?
Right, totally.
I feel like there's a lot of people in the community are like that. I've only seen the original Scream. Like, I know there's so many of them to watch, but I've only seen the original. It would be successful just because of the name Scream. Man, like, it's been so long. Like, I don't know. I really don't know. And I feel it's so weird for it to be Scream 5 and 6. It's such a weird, of course, it's Paramount. It makes more sense there, but like for 5 and 6, I don't know, man. I'm taking this with a grain of salt. Like a lot of these rumors that are coming out, I'm very much taking with a grain of salt. But you know, if these rumors are true, right? Like, I don't know if we're gonna talk about the other ones, but just like the ones that have come out right from Legacy, sounds like a pretty stacked year already. So
because you mentioned, so there's like Terrifier, right? That's one of the big names that has been dropped around. Right.
If Last of Us was still being dropped around, Scream, you know,
Last of Us is like a question mark. WWE is a question mark, but now, Scream at it. I mean, I will say, I feel like last year there was a drop in attendance, especially here in Hollywood. Yeah. So this could be a way for them to be like, oh, okay, we're going to pull out all the stops and we're going to try to make this a super busy year again, to your point, Mr. E. That is very interesting, man.
Yeah.
Very interesting. So yeah, that's what we have for now. Scream, maybe. The chat seems to be very divided, which is pretty interesting. Destiny says, who are you going to call? Ghostface. Epic Scream fan here. Heck yeah. Ray doesn't seem to think so. Swing and a miss. Very interesting. Emma, trash.
Wow.
Damn, bro.
Crazy.
Ghostface, what's your favorite haunted house? I love it. Yeah.
Oh, there we go. Have him in the front asking you those questions.
Oh, dude, yeah, that would be kind of fun. Albert is not buying it. What if
have to buy
what
it,
happened?
you just have to have fun with it.
What if what happened with the Scream? No, go ahead.
Go for it. Go for it. I'm waiting for the next spec Mac, dude. Like once that spec Mac comes out, I feel like we can start going more towards like, oh, these rumors could be actually something. But we haven't had a spec Mac in a minute.
Since Christmas. It's been a couple of months now. Yeah.
Yeah, man. So
give it to us.
Come on. We're hungry. We're starving, HHN fucking nightmares. HN nightmares. Come on, dude. Do it. Too many.
I don't know your name, but I want it.
But give it to me now, whoever you are. Scarlet Wizard says, what if what happened with the Scream House during HHN 25 happens? The same thing with this Scream House. I mean, listen, friends. It's happened time and time again where we're very close to getting something, and then for whatever reason, difficult IP law, it gets pulled and it gets deleted. So
yeah.
Wasn't that what happened with us in The Conjuring? And instead we got Titans of Terror?
Allegedly, like yeah. And then also Halloween 3. We were so close to having Season of the Witch. I mean, things were already built. I saw the Silver Shamrock with my own eyes. It was there. We saw it, and it got pulled. It can happen. It can definitely happen, man. Oh, nice. Yeah, Louis. If it comes, I'm going to be so excited. I've been waiting for this since I first started going to HHN. I mean, honestly, this is like the white whale of HHN. Yeah. Like, I've been wanting to see it too. I'm so bummed that I missed it on the Terror Tram. It would have been cool even just to see Ghostface on the back lot like that. So, yeah, I'm right there with you. And at the last minute, it becomes a purge house. Yeah, I mean.
Please, no. Oh, no. But very true.
Oh,
very
dang.
possible.
No original story for Scream House. Sorry, Nico. Your idea got vetoed, dude. Sorry,
it's a thought. Calm down, chat. Jeez.
I think it'd be cool. I just like we had that with Chucky, very successful with Chucky, in my opinion. Man.
You're hired again, Nico. You're back in. Don't worry. Original house with Ghostface sounds fire. There you go.
Thanks, Mystery.
Emma, give me the Wyatt 6. That rumor is like back and forth, hot and cold. We'll see, dude. We'll see.
Interesting stuff.
Oh, I see. Emma says, I want to clarify the trash was to the quiet place. Damn.
Oh,
I know how you voted in Maze Madness.
You voted Bloodline, didn't you?
Very, very interesting. All right, folks. So that is our first bit of Horror Nights news here. Another interesting tidbit is Grim Stitch Factory.
Oh, yes.
Grim Stitch Factory let it slip on their YouTube video. It's now been deleted, by the way. It's now been edited out. But Grim Stitch Factory, who makes Scarecrow, specifically Scarecrow masks, they specifically let it slip that they had a huge order for Universal Studios in LA this year. Now, I'm starting to wonder if maybe they misspoke. Maybe they meant Las Vegas. I know that some people confuse the two. They think that we're the same place. But I don't know, gentlemen. What do you think? Did he mean LA? Are we getting a Scarecrow sequel house or a zone? Or is he talking about Horrors Unleashed, which we know for a fact is going to have Scarecrow the Reaping? What do you guys think?
I'm taking the route that this is for Vegas.
Sure.
I have a feeling. So we know that Orlando is sending over a lot of their maze parts, props, all that kind of stuff over to Las Vegas. Like that's the team behind it all. They're kind of just grabbing some stuff that they had and they're going to be rebuilding it over in Vegas and adding additional stuff. I have a feeling that they make the masks, they send it to California, maybe for inspection reasons. Maybe it's easier to send it there first, then they take it
Sure.
to Vegas. In my opinion, I
Sure.
think that's what's going on. It would be interesting if that is not the case, and if we were to get a Scarecrow Part 2 or just Scarecrow the Reaping again. You
Right.
know, kind of like a little taste before going to Vegas. I don't know. Like,
Right.
yeah, but I think it's sending it to Cali first, then take it to Vegas.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Nico, what are your thoughts, man?
I think somebody's in a lot of trouble for doing this. I don't know. It would be cool if we had like a Murder of Crows style
Sure.
house, more crow based, but with
sure.
scarecrows.
Yeah.
They make a sick scarecrow mask though.
Yeah,
And I'm with Mystery, and I think what they were saying is maybe it's going to LA to get worked on, get some added effects to the mask, and then shipped off to Vegas.
Sure.
But yeah, that's not a good thing to do. If this is your second time,
yeah, they're not new to the
reading something
game. Like
this,
it's interesting. Yeah.
Yeah. Very interesting move by them indeed. Let this be a lesson, folks, to not spill the beans when you've got.
You guys
them.
remember when Tom Holland was like looking at the poster or whatever for like, I think it was Infinity War or Endgame, and then he read at the bottom, it was like, "Do not show this," and he was like on live stream when he showed it to everybody.
That's right.
This is the same scenario right now, dude. They fucked up.
Oh man,
Right.
yeah, very interesting indeed. So let's go to the comments real quick. Albert says maybe because Horror Unleashed is still being built and don't have storage for these costumes. Totally.
Very
Or they're sending them to be, sampled or retouched by the Hollywood
Exactly.
team before it goes to Vegas for sure. Yeah. Ray, they let the cat out of the bag. Yeah, they did, and it was meowing very loud. Ariana says it seems like a crazy choice to run them concurrently, so close to each other. Yeah, if they have Scarecrow in Vegas and then Scarecrow in Hollywood, too much Scarecrow. Too much. Let's give it a little space for sure.
Yeah.
Yes, indeed. Mary with an excellent point though. What if it's for the Terror Tram? A little, and to your point, Nico, a little Murder of Crows or Scarecrow Terror Tram. I mean, I wouldn't hate it. I certainly wouldn't hate it.
I'll think about
I wouldn't
that,
hate it,
man.
but I'm so sick of Terror Tram. So just saying the word Terror Tram, I get the ick.
Yeah, but would it even be safe to have the crows like on the Terror Tram, man? That's like
In some
that ain't
areas,
stolen.
like
Yeah, I guess. Yeah.
the Bates is
I would
like
see why
flat
not.
now. Yeah. The
Oh
Bates
wait,
is
hold
pretty
on. In the
flat.
purge,
area?
the purge, they had the stilt. They had the stilt.
Oh
walkers.
yeah, Lady Liberty and all of them on the. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
That mega area is pretty flat.
Yeah,
too.
that's very true. That's very true. Chris says no one calls Vegas LA. Yeah, I was just trying to put I don't know why you would spill those beans like that. I was giving the dude the benefit of the doubt.
Where is this company located? Sorry.
I don't know actually.
Ooh.
Grim Stitch
Because there's a lot of like foreign people who say Disneyland is in LA, where like California is LA.
Right.
So I wouldn't put it too far past them if it was for Vegas and they called it LA.
It could be cheaper to send it to California, maybe, like depending on the location. Just the
Could be.
We got the ports.
I don't know. We got the ports. We got Long Beach, baby.
I'm actually not. Oh, hold on. A Scarecrow mask is sold and delivered to not only. Okay, wait. Yeah, I don't know. Actually, I'm checking their website right now. It doesn't immediately say where they're at.
I'm gonna say Georgia. I'm just gonna put it out there.
Safe bet, Georgia.
Georgia.
Jackie with an interesting question here, but then why would they delete it? We know it's going to Vegas. That's a very good point.
To add to that, maybe Vegas wants their stuff to be very top secret.
Right.
A la like Orlando's mazes and stuff like that. Like you don't get to see the stuff until it's open and ready to go.
Right.
I'm assuming, maybe, potentially.
Where's the 289 area code?
Oh, there you go.
289 area
Rob
code.
says, or scarecrow masks because we're getting a Batman house. Listen,
Yes, sir.
don't tease me like that, dude. Because
Dude,
that would be awesome.
we got that at Horror Unleashed.
And Horror Made Here.
Oh yeah, Horror Made Here. Why am I saying Horror Unleashed? Jesus, I'm getting them all mixed. Horror Made Here. Scarecrow was awesome in there. Yeah.
They are
Ariana
based in Ontario, Canada.
There you go. So okay, they don't know what's going on over here. So
yeah,
maybe.
Ham bacon.
Could be cheaper. Could be cheaper. Who knows, man?
Could be cheaper. That's true. All right, friends, moving on to our next story. This is courtesy of Inside Universal. It seems to be confirmed now officially. I think it was on the map before, but the UBE venue, which housed A Quiet Place, is being used for Universal Fan Fest nights. Now, this is pretty nuts because last time we had a live stream with you, Mr. E, we talked about Soundstage 15 being used for that as well. So now that's 2 HHN locations being used for FanFest nights. That's going to be a tight turnaround to get everything ready to go. Very interesting indeed. What are your guys' thoughts on this? And also, I should note that they are pushing, I got an email recently, they're pushing that it's from the creators of HHN a lot. So,
and that it's 1 month away. They just posted that today.
Yeah, that's right. We are 1 month away. Yeah. So, I mean, they're going to have to, it's going to be crunch time. They're going to have to tear those sets down and start building new ones very fast. What are you guys' thoughts, man?
All I want to say, Nico, if I'm right.
I was going to say.
If I'm right that this is where Star Trek is actually going to be, you owe me a Spock hand donut. I don't know. I don't know if you. No, dude, like, yeah, it's interesting. Like we've just us three, we've kind of been talking about that, and probably a lot of other people talking about that. Just like the fact that they're using HHN spots, like, and this is going until it's a whole month's worth of an event, and so it's essentially like an HHN run. So, and we know that construction is going in ham in May and then in June. And so like there is the crunch time is going to be crazy. It'll be interesting to see if they use the walls that are going to be up in these areas. If they're just going to reuse those outlines, you know, it could be easier that way since it's the team behind HHN. They could be like, all right, we're going to have Murdy sent the blueprint, right, of like the routes that he wants. They use that same routes, maybe even put up some walls to block off some of the areas for the routes, and you know, go that way. Yeah, man. I mean, it's like it's very interesting. I hope this area, the UBE venue, is being used because it's way bigger than the behind Despicable Me. If they're using all three, it'll be interesting because we know Dungeons and Dragons is down by, what was it? Soundstage 15, right? You said? Yeah. Supposedly Star Trek is behind Minions, Despicable Me. So then what the hell is going to be here then? Like, are they going to have what's going to be in the UBE venue then? So maybe they're pivoting, who knows? But yeah, man. Construction's gonna have to go freaking quick right after May, dude. It's gonna be nuts.
Yeah, man. All right, Nico. If Mr. E is wrong, what does he owe you?
Ooh.
You owe me a devil fruit pastry or whatever it is.
Okay, that's fair.
All right, we'll keep you guys updated in this epic battle that's happening. We'll see. All right, very, very interesting. So yeah, we'll see because, like, to your guys' point, crunch time. It's gonna happen fast.
Yeah, man.
It's gonna happen quick. Nico, do you have any thoughts before we move on?
And also, you could just stick signs anywhere to promote FanFest. So I'm not
that's true.
Yet.
True.
That's
until
true.
those hedges are down. I kind of hope it isn't used for FanFest because the past 2 mazes, I still count Universal Horror Hotel as Evil Dead Rise because nothing really changed except some of the props.
Yeah,
those
a
2
paint
mazes.
job.
Yeah, those 2 houses were absolutely fantastic and full of detail.
Yeah.
So I just want them to focus on Horror Nights for this area, and then stick Star Trek behind Minions where it says on the Universal Fan Fest Nights app and website. And there is a lot of room back there because they also had Alice Cooper Goes to Hell and House of a Thousand Corpses back there.
Oh,
so there
okay.
is
Same time?
What?
At the same time, they were both there. No.
No.
Right?
No.
Okay.
Separate years.
But there is room back there for a maze style walkthrough experience.
It's gonna say Star Trek Red Alert right above UBE venue, bro. And I'm gonna take a pic right in front of it. Make an entire post just saying at Entertainment Connection. I need my donut.
And I hope those Spock hand donuts are not ready or not.
I don't
even
think
sold.
those actually exist. I just don't remember what snacks they have.
All right,
I'll buy
we'll
you
keep you
that
folks
weird
updated.
hot dog.
There you go.
Do they have a hot dog or corn dog? What the hell do they even have?
I gotta look back, dude. There's a lot of things. There's a lot of things for sure.
There is a lot of food. I'm pretty excited for the food.
Yeah,
There's
man.
some stuff that actually looks pretty damn good. But yeah, to your point, Arkham is asking, how does FanFest work? It's the first year that they're doing it. It's going to be like 5 or 6 different IPs, Back to the Future, Dungeons and Dragons, Star Trek, Harry Potter, and some animes.
Super Nintendo World.
Yeah, they have everything open, and they have like special walkthroughs that we're going to be able to experience. We're going to be able to go to a Courthouse Square, and they say that we're going to see lightning strike the clock tower multiple times a night. We honestly don't even know what's going on, so we'll keep you posted. It's going to be very interesting to see what they do.
And if I can add quickly, Arkham, it's an after-hour event, just like HHN. It's 7 p.m. it starts, right? 7 p.m. to 2 a.m. So literally same times as HHN, separate ticket event, after hours. You get to even go on the rides, and like John said, do all the epic immersive experiences. So yeah,
indeed. So that's how it works. We're very excited for it. All right, cool. We're gonna blast through some John Murdy tweets real quick, as he did spill some beans, as he does, or the little beans that he does. So first of all, John Murdy has let us know that he is done, mostly done with 8 treatments for this year. So that kind of confirms that we're still getting a lineup of 8 houses for HHN. He also said that he's working on something that is not a house, not a scare zone, not a show, not Terror Tram. So probably something related to RIP. Very interesting. Some, maybe an interactive thing for the RIP experience. He also let it drop that we're going to start seeing construction at HHN very soon in the next couple of weeks. I can only assume that we'll probably see Mummy go up very soon, maybe the T-pad, maybe even the H-lot. So we'll keep an eye out for those things, and we'll keep you posted. And then I also felt the need to ask, what can we do to get the Metro sets back for HHN? And he said, buy the studio, which also means that those bastards are not going to let it go anytime soon. So in the bio, you can find our GoFundMe. Help us buy Universal Studios. We need to buy Universal Studios itself and convert it just to all sound stages for HHN. We can make it happen, folks. Together, we can make it happen.
Together, we can own Universal. Universal for the people, by the people. All right? That's fine.
Amen, brother. Heck yeah, man. So, gentlemen, thoughts on Mr. Murdy's tweets?
Did it hurt? Did it hurt to get that response, John? Or
oh no, not at all, not at all. I know he's a sassafras, man. He wasn't even that sassy though. We've seen worse from him. Bring it on,
that's for
John.
sure.
Do your
That's
worst.
Yeah, man. I mean, look, I can't wait for construction to start. Like you said, it probably would be the Mummy queue if they're using that, because again, there's the Hillside project, people. You got to remember the Hillside's got some crazy
That's
stuff
right.
happening to it right now. So
That's right.
maybe T-Pad. Oh, there we go.
By the way, Rob,
Wrong
thank you.
spot,
Already
Rob. Wrong spot.
contributing to the cause, dude. Contributing. We're gonna buy Universal Studios. We're gonna do it. We'll show Murdy, dude. We'll show Murdy who's boss.
Yeah, we ain't joking here, Murdy. All right. Next time we see him at Midsummer, we're gonna come in, dude, with just cases of money and just put it on the table and be like, "Where's the papers?"
It's
in
ours.
pennies.
In pennies.
Oh,
in bags.
Oh,
You want to troll us? We trolled you.
get back at the sassafras. Like, yeah, there we go. But yeah, like it would probably be Mummy Q, T-Pad,
Right.
maybe. I know there's stuff there right now because of Dungeons and Dragons, and there's also fences up right now.
Right.
It's interesting. It might be for the line queue for Dungeons and Dragons, or
Sure.
to separate construction and work going on for Dungeons and Dragons and for T-Pad. But
Sure.
guess we'll have to wait and see. Yeah, man. I mean, it's cool that he is responding to people, and sometimes giving sort of real answers too. So
Right.
that's awesome. But yeah, man, construction. That's just what I'm looking forward to, man. Let's get speculation going once we just start seeing wood shaping around and stuff like just literally the frames. We'll start speculating based off of just the frame of the facade, you know. So yeah, I can't wait, man.
Nico, what are your thoughts on Mr. Murdy's tweets?
I same as Mystery. I'm just waiting for that construction to start.
Yeah, man.
When we saw the wood over by stage 15, we were so stoked for Horror Nights, but it was actually for Dungeons and Dragons or Fan Fest nights.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's time. It's time to start building. We got some pretty early building last year. We were pretty lucky with that.
That's true. Yeah.
When we were there for the last day of Supercharged, we looked into stage 12. It was just a storage area.
Yeah.
Like we're just hoping for that little bit of wood or something to know that construction was starting. But no,
We're looking for the fix, man. We're looking for the hot fix.
The next couple of weeks, it's gonna be time to start returning to the parks and covering that.
Oh yeah, can't wait for the Entertainment Connections
We'll keep you posted.
tweets. Constant.
Oh yeah, man.
Of those
John
epic
Murdy's
songs.
favorite tweeter, dude. Always reposting, always talking.
Very true.
I love it, man. We got a lot of Toxic Tunnel love in the chat.
Who said Toxic Tunnel? Wait, what's going on here?
Look at that. They want the tunnel. They want the tunnel.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I mean, the only way that the Toxic Tunnel comes back is if the Metro sets come back. But, I mean, to Albert's point, I still don't think the Metro sets are off the table, even with Murdy's sass. Absolutely not. I mean, when you ride the studio tour right before you enter King Kong 360 3D, look to your left, and you'll look at where HHN used to be down there. The last couple of times that I drove past that, looked pretty empty to me.
It's pretty empty.
So,
John
drive straight through it.
Boy, yeah, John Murdy, he's a theater kid, okay? Like he'll wait for stuff to start going up there, and then we'll be like, "Oh my god, there's things going there." And he'll be like, "I don't know what you're talking about." And then he'll wait until Summer Scream and be like, "Yes, the backlot is back." So then everybody will cheer and everybody will throw their flowers, just like a good old theater kid, all right?
HHN 365 says, "Turn that thumb around, Nico."
Damn.
Two thumbs down.
I need to
do not
experience
like
Toxic
that
Tunnel
tunnel.
with Nico, man. I gotta experience.
Why?
it
I'm
with
going to
you,
be
dude.
looking down the whole time with my eyes closed. I can't handle all the flashing lights.
It's highly toxic. Otherwise, if it's just regular lighting, it's not toxic, Nico. It's highly toxic. Well, that's it for HHN news. Now we're going to talk about the event that has been running all month long. By the way, thank you for everyone that has been voting, that has been participating. We're going to go over some pretty crazy live results right now, where it's time to talk about Maze Madness. For those of you who are unaware, all month long we've been doing a bracket challenge on our Instagram where 42 mazes were randomly paired against each other in a bracket battle, and boy, has it been crazy. We're going to look at some stats real quick, some very interesting stats as the days have gone on. First of all, we're going to look at the top 3 most voted for mazes. This is so interesting. Top 3 right here. Cinema Slasher with 310 votes when they were paired up against what was it? Condemned. Cinema Slasher got 310 votes versus Condemned, who only got 23. Chilling Chambers got.
Oh my
Poor
god,
baby.
absolute beating, man. Jesus.
Yeah, man.
Christ.
Pretty rough. Pretty rough. Chilling Chambers got 301 votes versus Sewer of Souls that only got 42. Another whooping. Another whooping there.
Up. All right.
It's going up. It's going up.
Oh no.
And then Waxworks got 290 votes versus 63 for Trick or Treat at LA Haunted Hayride. Funny enough. Yeah. Very interesting indeed, man. So yeah, guys, what do you think about these votes? It's pretty interesting though to see 3 Not Scary Farm mazes up there, but not surprising at all, baby, because Knott's does it very well. Yeah, what are you guys' thoughts?
I mean, I also have to give to these poor underdogs that were so low in the seed ranking. You know, they came up against Cinema Slasher, Chilling Chambers, and Waxworks. It's pretty gnarly, dude.
Yeah, man.
to those 40 who voted for Sewer of Souls, man, I'd like to shake y'all's hands, because that's I'd also have questions too. You know, where they find Sewer of Souls being better than Chilling Chambers, but you know, oof, damn the beating that these poor 3 got. But that's crazy. 300 people, dude. That's nuts. That's a lot of people.
Yeah, man.
You know, so that's pretty awesome. Yeah.
Yeah, Nico, what are your thoughts, man?
You want to shake the Sewer of Souls people's hands. I want to shake the Condemned people's hands.
Oh yeah.
Like that's. I enjoy Fright Fest. I don't enjoy that house or maze at all. So the 23 or however many people voted for that, I salute you.
Maybe they've never been to Scary Farm. Maybe that's what it is.
You know what? Branch out a little bit then. We're just down to 5.
Yeah. See what the grass is like on the other side.
Yeah.
Sometimes you gotta support your team. You gotta support your team to the very end, man. Like sometimes they'll die on that throne, you know, that
it could have been all the scare actors
being better. True.
But all right. Another very interesting set of stats here. Least voted for when it came to the pairings. Army of the Dead with only 31 votes. Breakout from Dark Harbor with only 26. And Condemned with only 23. So these are the least voted for when it came to the pairings. You know, a valiant effort from these guys. A very valiant effort. Yeah. Unfortunately, I don't think they, you know, especially Army of the Dead, it wasn't given the best tools to work with. But they went out there and they did their best. What are your guys' thoughts on this top 3 here?
Who did Army of the Dead and Breakout go up against?
That's a good question. Let me pull up the...
Let me
pull it up right now.
Let's see. And yes, Arkham.
Army of the Dead came up against Dead Exposure.
There you go.
Oh, yeah. Dead Exposure is pretty solid hitter.
Yeah.
And then Breakout?
Breakout... That was a wonderful question. I don't even know where. I don't even think it made it. Oh, against Lullaby. It did not go past the first round.
Oh,
Okay. All right.
Lullaby,
Yeah.
absolutely whooped it. But
Yeah. Arm of the Dead. I'm sorry. I did enjoy your maze. It was a good maze, but I understand why it got 31 votes. It had some pretty good scares, like with the showgirl scare, and it had the queen zombie at the end. It was a good maze and used Batman set, or stage set. So
true.
It gave it a little bit of an oomph. Breakout, I did enjoy, but my God, that maze is go on forever.
It did. It lasted forever, man.
I'm like why? Dude, why is the Conjuring nun in this thing?
Twice.
I don't know if
Twice.
I don't know if I still have the video, but I was filming and I couldn't. They told me to go down the middle little chute to cleanse myself or whatever, and that had to slide. And I couldn't get my legs in front while holding the camera, so I kind of dove down the slide, and I got stuck there.
Oh no, dude!
I was rolling around. I looked like a turtle on my back. Could not get up. So
no,
I will not miss you, Breakout.
Oh man,
Condemned is condemned. But if I find that footage, I'll be sure to not show it to any of you.
And another. Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Mystery.
Just to add, I mean, Nico, you put it on the spot. Like Army of the Dead and Breakout are just too long, in my opinion, and not enough scares. And I feel like that's probably something that a lot of people experience, you know. And so, I mean, not super surprised. Army of the Dead getting 30 though is pretty interesting. I'm not gonna lie. It didn't. Again, maybe it's the scare actors voting for it because maybe 3-4 scare actors that I see in that entire maze. So, not super surprised of least amount of votes for these three.
And also with Breakout, that village that the maze took over may not be there this year.
Oh, interesting. Yeah, that's a good point, dude. Because it seems like that very soon here they're gonna demolish that town that's outside of Dark Harbor, or outside of the Queen Mary, I should say. The English Village is what they call it. So that might be gone. Who knows what they're gonna do there? Very interesting indeed. And then another little interesting tidbit of stats here. Oh God. There we go. There we go. The computer's turning against me. The top 3 closest races. This is incredibly interesting. Man. Bloodline versus the Conjuring universe at Fright Fest. Bloodline at 52% versus the Conjuring at 48%. Very, very interesting there. Nightmare Trilogy also 52% versus A Quiet Place at 48%. And then we had, of course, our Epic Show versus Waxworks, a 50-50 split. Totally nuts, dude. Honestly, so crazy, man.
Oh, my gosh. It went down to the buzzer for that last one right there, dude. I am shocked that Chilling Chambers got through, man. Like, I thought Waxworks would be all the way in the semis, dude. Like, I had Waxworks pretty high up there. The fact that Nightmare Trilogy and A Quiet Place were close was also interesting, but really, I mean, that Chilling Chambers and Waxworks one was insane to even witness because you even had to do a recount, right, John? Like I
did. I reposted it. Yeah, Chilling Chambers versus Waxworks. I had to repost it because it was literally at the 24th hour, right when the voting closed. 50-50. It was nuts. 173 votes each. So it was an exact tie, which is crazy. And sorry for the chat. Bloodline, that's at Knott. So Bloodline 1842. So Bloodline 52%. It beat out The Conjuring at Six Flags.
Also,
pretty
that's
nuts,
disgusting.
man.
That's disgusting. Yeah, that is disgusting.
I'm sickened.
Yeah.
All right, gentlemen. I'm going to try to do this real quick because I want to go over the result for today. I think I can do it. Let's see.
Ooh. He's trying something.
Okay. I'm trying something. I'm trying something new on the fly. I've never done this before.
Just if the Chilling Chambers still had Keeper, it would have had my vote over Waxworks.
Sure.
And Bloodline, man, The Conjuring, that was just a heavy hitter at Fright Fest.
It was
strong, such a good maze. So good.
The Valak scare is literally better than majority of the Bloodline scares. Like maybe the slingshot scare from Bloodline is good, better than that one, but everything else, man, like I felt like The Conjuring would dominate Bloodline for sure. But crazy, man. Crazy.
That was just an insane turn of events to see The Conjuring get removed or beaten by those stinky vampires.
Well, in fact, while I figure this out, why don't you guys let me know what your biggest upsets were? Because there definitely were a couple of pretty big upsets in the race. First of all, for me, it was the fact that Widows got eliminated from the race from Not Scary Farm. That one hurt me to my core. Widows got annihilated. It was a close race. Race, but still, man, I was so bummed. What are your guys' upsets?
Mystery to go because I don't remember much.
No, but to add on to what John was saying, it's like, dude, Widows was up against, I don't know if you guys remember, Widows was up against Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Yeah, man.
A lot of people are putting that up there as a finalist already. So one of my biggest upsets, in my opinion, it goes all the way back to like the third round or second round, where it was Lullaby versus Origins. And Origins sweeped Lullaby, which I was shocked, man. I just want to, I have a feeling maybe a lot of those who voted did not go to Dark Harbor or something, because Lullaby was probably one of the most terrifying mazes this year. And the fact that Origins, and I get it also that Origins is such a big maze for just Scary Farm and those who have been going to Scary Farm, close to the beginning. I get it. But man, Lullaby getting absolutely destroyed. Like it wasn't even close. I gotta look at the numbers. It was an absolute beating too. And I was like, what? That is
268 to 80.
Oh,
268
crazy, man.
80, dude. Crazy. Another upset for me. I mean, we were talking about it. Chilling Chambers, Waxworks, like that one is crazy to me. That
yeah, man. Waxworks, rest in peace, dude. Fuck.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. Like I love Origins. I do. I really do, guys. Like it's a fun one, but I feel like it served its time. And the fact that it's getting all the way to the freaking like whatever round we're on now, dude, is driving me nuts. Like it is. It really is. But I will stand on that hill that Origins should not be where it's at right now. I feel I feel like the maze is kind of showing its age. I'm not gonna lie. It's sort of showing its age now. Seeing the witch in that room is really awesome, but everything else, man, it's just like you've gone through it. I've gone through it so many times. It's beautiful, but it's the same thing, man. So I don't know. I'm gonna stand on that hill that I feel like it should be out way earlier, man. I don't know. I'm sorry.
All right. Nico, you got some upsets, man.
I do. My upset is A Quiet Place and the Weekend Nightmare Trilogy.
Sure.
Weekend was a good maze or good house last year, but I don't think it was as strong as the first Weekend house we had. And A Quiet Place with the animatronics, the puppetry, the sign language, the storytelling in that house.
Was cool.
Yeah, true.
Set design, just incredible from beginning to end. And to have that be beaten out by the Weekend Nightmare Trilogy was a big upset for me.
Another one. Dude, another one. Mesmer. Like Mesmer, which one did they? I don't know. Well, I don't know the results yet because we're gonna find out. But
we'll find out in a second here.
If you guys saw what we posted on TLEV, Mesmer versus A Quiet Place, and I'm pretty sure that like at that point it was like 56 to 40. I can't do math. 44. So I am interested to see what that happened, but I'm surprised that Mesmer also had the lead there. So yeah, man.
Well, let's go for it, gentlemen. We're gonna show the top 4 right now. The semifinals
this is the semis.
for Maze Madness. Here we go. This is crazy.
All right. I'm nervous.
Here you go, friends. Legacy of Leatherface versus Cinema Slasher and Origins versus Mesmer. Those are the official results. The semifinals for Maze Madness. Only 2 rounds left. And man, heavy hitters. Although I gotta admit, I'm surprised Mesmer has made it this far.
God.
It's pretty nuts.
Daddy Zoetrope.
Yeah, it is. but 3 Not Scary Farm mazes versus 1 single HHN Hollywood maze. And it's a heavy hitter, I must admit. It has a lot of fans. But there you have it, folks. This is the semifinals. Legacy of Leatherface versus Cinema Slasher. And then Origins versus Mesmer. Voting for this is going to open up very soon after our live stream ends. And man, don't y'all disappoint me with this one. I don't care, man. I don't care if I'm biased right now. Cinema Slasher needs to win because Legacy of Leatherface, man. No. No, in no world is it better than Cinema Slasher. In no world. I don't even care, dude.
Listen, man. Listen, Linda. Listen. All right. This is how it goes. All right. This is what a tournament happens. Okay. Sometimes you just don't get these perfect opponents, man. I wish Legacy of Leatherface versus Cinema Slashers was the final. I really do, because Origins versus Mesmer. That's insane that's even happening. Like, this is it's cruel.
Absolutely.
This is unacceptable. These mazes have been around for 4 fucking years. It needs to go
grandma
away.
Against grandpa. Like, who's gonna kick each other's cane out first?
This is stupid.
But Origins, in Origins' defense, it is like a perfect fucking house, man. Ties very well to the scare zone. Ties well to the lore of the park. I mean, come on, dude. And Mesmer is a trip.
Bro. No, man. No. This is Origins is the Patriots, man. They are done. They should be done. They have had their time of reigning champs, okay? They are no more, okay? Stop it. Oh, my gosh, man.
What?
Oh, man, I am so scared right now. I need Cinema Slasher to win. I'm seeing the chat, and I appreciate the chat. I'm seeing a lot of love for Cinema Slasher. That's the correct answer. That is the correct answer. But good God. Emma coming in with some fire. Origins didn't have their pre-show taken away. Very true. Very true.
Yes.
But this is
Dude,
queue.
Emma, that
If
is
every
great.
pre-show was in the queue, then fine.
No, Mesmer should not even be there. Like, Mesmer, I think Origins is going to absolutely, I could be wrong, but I think Origins is going to just walk into the finals, where that happens sometimes, I guess, but Mesmer's has gone too far, man. The veterans, man. They've been around, but they still got that strength and power, man.
This is fun. Official Slasher fam is very proud. You should be. Cinema Slasher carries so much weight, man. So much weight. Cinema Slasher for the win, please. Yes, absolutely.
It's very possible.
Oh, the finals will be veteran versus newcomer. Very true. Very true, man. Yeah. But it goes to show that these veteran houses, these veteran mazes are still, they hold their weight in gold, man. They still do, which is pretty crazy.
Will
365 says
be able to beat Chick Hicks. Will. Oh
365 says TCM shouldn't even make the final in an HHN bracket. Whoa, that's crazy. That's crazy.
All right, now. That's crazy.
I agree.
That's crazy.
Judy, shout out to Judy. Cinema has been my baby since day one, but I don't know. Leatherface is my fave. I think it's gonna come down to that, with a lot of people.
Dude.
Yeah, man. Yeah. I'm so scared. I'm so scared. Jesus says, as a scare actor for Legacy of Leatherface, very proud we made it as the last HHN maze in the tourney, and you should be.
Dude,
it's gotten a ton of votes, man.
It's such a strong maze, man. Like it was. I mean, well, that was also an upset. Insidious being knocked out. I forget who knocked out Insidious.
That just happened. I think it was Cinema Slasher. Cinema Slasher.
Oh, okay, that's fair. If it wasn't
not much of an upset there. Yeah,
that's fair. That's fair.
When I talk about black walls, my lord.
My lord. Arkham says, guess this is it for Leatherface as well as HHN.
No,
we'll see, man.
No.
We'll see, dude. We will see.
What is this? Have faith. Dude, if I have to start backing a horse, bro, I'll back Leatherface if I have to. Like I'm one of those who always said Leatherface should not be back at HHN, but it was a good maze. It was a good maze, man. If you had a good
start
run,
calling you Mr. Stinky. Yeah. You love all the stinky mazes.
No.
Oh, hell yeah. Here we go. Juan says, how much to get a maze where it's just Nico and Murdy going bar for bar? I think that would be peak. Hell yeah, dude.
What the heck? I don't dislike the man. What the heck?
Man.
It's just me crying. There's a scare actor in every corner of me crying, and Murdy's just like,
look, dude. Hey, look, I will strut walk into the next live if Legacy of Leatherface somehow makes it to the finals. All right, I'll pull on with a Leatherface mask and everything. Like, someone has to back them, like they are probably going to get absolutely annihilated by Cinema Slasher, but I will be like those who voted for all the Fright Fest mazes. I have to back an HHN maze, all right? And that is my backing to take it all.
All right. All right.
LOL, Legacy of Leatherface.
Legacy of Leatherface makes it, everybody in the chat owes Mystery a Klingon donut from FanFest.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh man, well, what we're gonna like I said, we'll be posting these next brackets very soon here after the live stream ends. Legacy of Leatherface and Cinema Slasher have both pulled some of the most votes in this tournament, so that pairing alone is going to be nuts. And then between Origins and Mesmer, again, I'm so surprised that Mesmer has made it this far, but it's nice to know that it has a lot of love. It is a trippy, beautiful maze, despite what Mr. E says. And Origins, of course, has the legacy of Knotts behind it. So, good Lord, we'll see what happens, man. We will see what happens. But it has been so much fun doing Maze Madness. We've gotten so many fun new followers from this. Lots of great interactions. Maze Madness is here to stay. So, expect it next year with whatever surprises we get this year. I'm very excited to have it be a staple of the Hotline. And again, thank you everyone for your participation in it. It's been so much fun, and now it's going to be so fucking stressful. So
no. Are we also going to do a third place, John? Is there going to be a runner-ups in third place?
I don't think so, man, because it's these two, and then it's whoever wins between those two, and that's it. But I mean, I guess we can kind of calculate a third place from that. We'll see. Yeah. But
I mean, I feel like Cinema Slashers will beat Origins no matter what in third place. So it'll be
sure. Oh man.
Shut up.
Well, gentlemen, thank you so much for joining us for another live. Everyone in the chat, everyone watching live, it's been a real pleasure hanging out with you guys again. Lots of haunt news. Nico, Mr. E, tell us where everyone can find you guys.
All right. Just for the record, for everybody in the chat, I do not have any beef with John Murdy. I respect the guy. I appreciate the guy. He makes some fun houses. I blame corporate for everything. I don't blame John Murdy. So get off my butt. It's going to be Nico versus chat. But you can find me at The Entertainment Connection on Twitter, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, everywhere. So follow along.
Oh man.
Mr. E, where can everyone find you?
Just TLEV Media, YouTube and TikTok and Instagram, and we're gonna be at WonderCon this weekend.
Fun.
Nico and I will be there. So if you guys are doing
Hey.
it, going there, come say hi. Yeah, so stay up to date with all the socials so you guys can see all the cool WonderCon stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Excellent, excellent. And of course, you can find us at the Hotline here on YouTube. If you're not subscribed yet, please do. We're 100 away from 5,000 subscribers. I think we can do it. I think we can do it by the end of the year. Tell your friends about us. Let everyone know that all we do is talk haunts. And until the next time, everyone, thank you for calling the Hotline. Vote for Maze Madness. Don't stress me out. I'll see you guys. Bye.
Legacy of Leatherface.
No!